What's up YouTube, we're back at it. If you're new here, my name is Danny James, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to do smooth velocity transitions inside of After Effects. Before we go into that, make sure to check out my digital store for packs and presets. I have a bunch of new items which I've added to my catalog, some cool saber transitions, director's music video promo packs if you happen to need to do marketing for your artists, and also a bunch of other cool color grading LUTs, as well as paper textures that you can also incorporate into your music videos. Now, if you happen to enjoy the content, give this video a like and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Without further ado, let's jump into After Effects. Alright, so we're inside of After Effects and we have a composition right here. We have a first clip of kids running and a second b-roll of a rapper next to a fire pit. So we are going to create a smooth velocity transition using rotation keyframes. What you shall be doing here, we're going to be using a Sapphire plugin, and go to your effects and presets, look for Sapphire blurmocurves. So I'll highlight on both my clips right here and then I'll drop this effect. Okay, I need to drop it individually. So the first thing you want to do before you do any changes, you want to enable frame blending. You can toggle switches and modes to see it. It's not a must do, but it's recommended. Add frame blending on those two clips like that. And then on your first clip, we're going to enable keyframe for rotate. Whenever you click on this effect, you'll see some guidelines here. They'll tell you how this effect is affecting your clips. So I'll add a keyframe for rotation, hit U here to see it. I'll highlight on that keyframe, make it easy ease, and then at the end of this clip, we shall rotate it. Okay, so don't worry about the black edgings. You can easily fix that. Right here on wrap X, put it on reflect, and also on wrap Y, put it on reflect. Now that's easy. So it should go like this, like that. I'll push this keyframe to the end. Now what you want to do afterwards, this transition is not over. If we preview it, it's a bit harsh. So I need to make it a bit smooth. And how you'll do that, highlight on these two keyframes, go to your graph editor, right click on this space and show auto select graph type. Now what you want to do, you want to highlight on that point and put it there. So you want to create sort of a right angle, a 90-degree. The values will take place at almost the last moment. That's when it will transition correctly. So you see it's a bit fast. Now we'll do the same thing on our second clip. So on our second clip right here, enable a keyframe for rotate, hit U so that you can see that keyframe. We'll push that keyframe to our right because that's our final result. Also right click and put it on easy ease. And then initially, so let me space it. Initially, we shall rotate this clip maybe to the left like that. Almost 150 degrees, doesn't really matter. And then put it at the beginning, and then we shall repeat the same steps. Highlight the two clips, go to our graph editor. For this one, we need for this transition to take place very early on. And that's why for this right angle triangle, we'll bring these values right here to our left. So we're taking them like this. And if we play it back, very smooth. You can see it's really crystal clear and smooth to work with. Let's do the same thing. I'll do with our y-axis with transition vertically, and then we'll do another example where with transition horizontally. I have another composition right here, same b-roll clip of kids running and another clip of a rapper performance shot here. So add the blurmocurves effect on both clips. Do the same on this other clip. Okay, so that's good. Enable frame blending. You can also add motion blur, but it's not really necessary because the blurmocurves has that feature inside here. It has a blurring technique inside, so I don't find it necessary. We'll do the same thing. Right now we are going on a vertical displacement, so we are shifting through the y-axis. So for the first clip, hit U, we'll see that keyframe, highlight it, make it easy ease, and then at the end we'll make it go downwards. Remember, once again, wrap X to reflect and Y to reflect so that you can see whatever values that you've chosen. Now before I alter the curves, I'll come to this other clip and do the same thing. Shift X, reflect, reflect, hit U to see my keyframe, push that keyframe to the end, put it on easy ease, and then initially we'll take it. Okay, we are wrapping through Y, not X, sorry. So put it on easy ease, easy ease, and then push that keyframe to the end, and then initially we'll take this clip upwards. Okay, so I'll go to full screen for my keyframes. I want you guys to understand these a little bit better. Okay, so for our first clip, we'll highlight on these two keyframes, go to our graph editor, make sure you're on auto select graph type, and this time we're going to do this right angled triangle. So it's easier to do it on a small screen, so that's why it's not recommended to have full screen for that. It's easier for you to manipulate these. So put them on a right angle like that, and then let's go on our second clip, go to the graph editor, again put this right angle upwards. So let's play this back and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's insanely smooth for a transition. You can't really tell the difference where they all change. It's almost seamless. So I'll do the last example with the x-axis. Quite easy. Add the blurmocurves like that. Put them on reflect. I believe you're now getting the gist of things. It's a bit simple to comprehend. Shift X, hit U here. Okay, let's add a keyframe for Shift X, hit U, put it on easy ease, and then go to the very end, shift that X to the right, put them on reflect and reflect. Yeah, put that keyframe to the very end, and then adjust the graph editor once again. Like that. And then let's do on our second clip. Here's our keyframe for the x-axis. We'll put it to the right, put it on easy ease, and then at the initial stance, we can take it to our left. And then I'll drag that keyframe to the very beginning. Highlight on all those two keyframes, go to graph editor. Again, put it like that. Let's preview that. Yeah, it's quite simple, quite smooth, and really hard to distinguish between the first clip and the second clip. Yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have anything to add on to this, kindly leave it on the description box. I'm very happy to interact with you guys. You can also follow me on Instagram, and my handle is right on the description box. I'm happy to talk to you guys. My name is Danny James. See you in the next video. Peace.